started as a routine traffic stop and quickly turned into something far worse. And right now we have a sheriff's officer, sergeant, in the hospital recovering from a gunshot wound. We also have a K9 officer that was shot and a suspect who is dead. We also have multiple scenes this morning here, where one of them where we have the deputy's squad car. That squad car has a bullet hole in it this morning after the suspect fired at least 2 rounds at the sergeant inside. Sheriff Bob Gualtieri says the suspect fled from an initial traffic stop, eventually ditching his vehicle around the block and running into a backyard. Now, an officer with a K9 unit was able to track him down, but when that K9 officer went into the backyard, the suspect pulled a gun and shot him. From there, the suspect took off again and ended up firing into that Pinellas County squad car, shooting Sergeant David Stang, who was at the wheel.
It was an original traffic stop that he escalated and turned into something, and then he tried to kill a deputy sheriff. And it's just a bad situation all the way around. But again, we're all very thankful that Sergeant Stang received injuries, but that it looks like he's going to be okay. So, it's heart-wrenching, really, for him, for Sergeant Stang, and for all law enforcement officers.
Sergeant Stang will need surgery, but he's expected to be okay. The K9 officer, Titan, was hit in the leg. He's in surgery this morning, but he too is expected to survive. A police spokeswoman explained that because he was on his lead at the time and in front of his partner, Officer Schoen, he may have saved that officer from being shot. Sheriff Gualtieri explained that after shooting a K9 officer and the deputy, the suspect then turned the gun on himself, taking his own life. He's been identified as 23-year-old Elijah Johnson. Johnson has a lengthy rap sheet, including several drug offenses and grand theft auto charges. Sheriff Gualtieri says he had recently been released from prison. Meanwhile, Sheriff Gualtieri also says that none of the deputies or officers on scene this morning fired their weapons. In St. Pete, Kelly Cowan, Fox 13 News.